Okay, it is 2:07 p.m., and I will call this meeting to order. This is a special meeting of the Smithfield Township Board of Supervisors. The reason for this meeting being that we needed to vote to send our proposed budget to the Pocono Record to meet our advertising deadlines, which is twice, per an email from Julia, and the requirements as stated by PSAS. So, members present include Supervisor Brian Barrett, Vice Chair Robert Levenheim, and myself, Chairman Jacob Pride. Are there any public comments on agenda items? Hearing none, move on to new business. The first up is the proposed budget for 2022, which we had a series of work sessions on. The only changes since the meetings that we were at were minor, and they're reflected in this email that we have in front of us from Leslie Pinto from Holly Corcoran's office, which just made a few adjustments based on the overages to make sure that everything matched with averaging and whatnot, including shop materials, reducing what's going to be brought in for zoning and building permits, and then having the realistic cost of auditing being reflected. So I think we had it somewhere around 10, so now it's 15 to reflect where it might actually land based on everybody's increases. And as she said, it leaves a surplus of $12,211.39. Now, I know that Julia mentioned that we had missed one spot, which was, I believe it was Sweetwater Dam expenses, which was $1,000. So that's reflected in the sample, or not sample, but in the formatted budget in front of us. So instead of a $12,000 surplus, it's an $11,000 surplus. So, does anyone have any questions? As we said, both are, well, there's a small surplus for the general fund. The highway fund is balanced, and they make the investments that we talked about in terms of highways, certainly, and staffing for the road crew, as well as just reflecting, you know, what some of the current costs are today, and then some expenses of American Rescue Plan money for upgrading this meeting room.
I've got a couple of questions. First of all, accounting services other, is that corporate?
Correct.
That's it?
Correct.
That's all of it, right? The other is, everything there is corporate.
Yeah.
Two road bridge construction, $66,000. Is that actually for purchase of the right-of-way through DLT?
Yeah.
The appraisal, I believe. Is that what that's for? Or no?
Yeah, that's that cost.
Okay.
Yep.
And sewer authority clerk.
Russ Alvin.
Yeah.
Is that just our contribution?
No.
Well, we get reimbursed.
We what?
We're reimbursed totally.
Right.
For Terry and Russ.
But in other words, you've got the clerk's salary, our authority administrator salary of 61. That's Terry, I suppose.
Correct.
Terry with benefits.
Then the 12,000 is what? What are we reimbursing them?
Sorry, which item are you?
Salary. In other words,
What's the number?
This is 429112.
I believe that's Russ.
Yeah, that's Russ.
Oh, that's Russ. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think of him as a clerk.
I don't think that's his formal title, but I think that's what it says in the budget. So yeah, that's him.
Yeah, he's a clerk.
Some places that's a title of notoriety.
England, where it's a clerk. All right, I don't have any other questions. I assume this insurance of $230,000 is accurate.
Yes. All right. Anyone else have any questions on this item?
On the budget, yeah, I do. I've given it some thought, and, we had a couple of good meetings on it and discussions. And, just looking at some things that are coming at us, including an agenda item, that's going to be on today's, new business item B. I'm sorry to say this, but I'm, having trouble raising the taxes to, from 0.61 to 0.8. So.
Brian, can you speak up a little? I can hear you with your mask.
Yeah, I'm having trouble with raising the taxes. I know we had good discussions, positive discussions, and it makes a lot of sense in many instances, but, it looks to me like when it's time for the motion, I'm not gonna vote for it.
Well, the millage rate has been the same for, what, 17 years?
I'd say 15, 16 maybe,
16
yeah,
years.
yes.
Which I'd say is an amazing accomplishment.
Well, it is, and the thing of it is, this, just in this environment, from what I see and the people I talk to, I didn't think that it was maybe the time to do it. I would suggest that, anyway, my suggestion would be that we don't raise it,
You cut.
on our budget.
Yeah.
First thing I cut is item B. No.
I mean, that's part of the grant, though.
90,000, no.
Yeah, that's covered for, in phase 3, in the vision loss trail, on both the grant we just got and the existing one.
Where are you looking, what number?
I am talking about, well, there's the DCED LSA, which covers phase 3. It's 354,601.
364,601.
Right. And then we just got the $100,000 grant, but that might be included in that, 'cause I can't remember exactly which date we got that notice that we were awarded that grant. So.
No, I guess that's not what I meant. I thought on the budget there was going to be the, submittal with an invoice for work on the, 3, I guess, what do they call statues? I don't know.
Yeah.
At 90,000. Right. Somebody. So I would look to say, right there, maybe.
I couldn't find 364,601.
It's on the front.
First page.
Oh, no, 354, not 364.
Oh, okay. That's the, vision loss trail.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's all paid for.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing we pay for, I don't think we pay anything for that. It was the LSA. If there's any.
You'll see in.
Well, we have engineering.
When we get to the 4s, yeah, there'll be some expenses.
We have engineering fees we pay now, isn't that it?
Yeah, certainly. You have to, 'cause the grants
So that's
usually
about-
don't cover more than a certain percentage of engineering fees.
So the engineering fees, I think, are about 21,000. Over I got.
Yeah. All right, well.
Brought that down from 35, which was because we switched engineering firms.
Right. Well, that said, is there anything else before we proceed to a motion on, sending the budget for advertisement?
Anything else?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. I'll move that we send, the budget as presented to the Pocono Record for advertisement. Do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, next item up is considering the contract for the Vision Loss Trail Phase 3. We had that email in front of us and sent to us, both yesterday, and I think the actual contract came to us before then. I think that came into 2 emails. Does anyone have any questions before we proceed to voting on that one?
Well, is this the one with the statues?
Yes.
Okay, and again, that was part of, my reflection, if you will. again, to undertake and approve a $90,000 expenditure in this environment, I feel it's worthwhile. We like the work, we've gone through it, and Robert, we sat together with this gentleman, and he does really good work. But the timing is not appropriate as far as I'm concerned. So we're raising taxes, and yet we're paying $90,000 for 3 sculptures.
So this is an LSA grant, this is paid for by the grant, we're not paying this.
Sure.
How?
That's part of his invoice.
Part of what?
Invoice.
I'm not hearing you. Part of the
Sorry,
what?
he invoiced us for $90,000.
Yeah. This is part of what the DCNR grant is through LSA.
I don't know if that's the case.
The grant was for about $35,000. Anything that's above that is just what we're adding for engineering costs. This is not money we're paying out, it's money we're transferring from what was already granted in the grant. The grant really has two phases. One is preparation site work, and the other is the statues, all of which was awarded in the LSA grant. I think it was $125,000 or $135,000, I can't remember. The only thing we were on the hook for is the engineering fees. We switched from Gary and Isaac to Boucher and James because we brought the engineering fees down by, I think, about $15,000. So the whole deal cost us about $21,000.
Yes,
Am I right,
correct.
Jacob?
That is $21,450.
Yeah, everything else is covered in the grant, including sculptor's fees. So we're just portioning out the money that's going to be paid to the state.
Okay, that's that. Everyone's made their comments. Anything else before I entertain a motion?
Make a motion to approve the contract submitted by Walter Sansone and his company, Gallery Works.
Okay, I will second. Any further questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Hey,
Okay, do we have any public comments before we entertain a motion to adjourn? Going once?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Okay. Motion by Robert, second by Ryan. Questions? All in favor? Aye. We are adjourned at 2:20 p.m. Thank you, folks. Everybody, have a nice evening.